Good day, traders. This is Lengema from QuickTrade. Welcome to our technical analysis webinar or workshop. Please indicate if you can hear me, guys. Yes, Rainier, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Kumlani, loud and clear. Thank you so much. Andre, good day, Sihle. Good day to you, sir. Hi, Brendan. Hi, Gert. Kumbulani, I'm looking at the top 40, the JC top 40 CFD. That's what I'm looking at. I was just checking it because I mean it's been under a lot of pressure. Under a lot of pressure since the first hour of trading this morning. So it's not really looking that great. Although the trend is up, but I mean like right now it's just not doing okay. Kishan, you're saying that you cannot hear me. Okay, you're saying that you're good now. Okay, no, that's perfect. Thank you. Okay, Brandon is still busy typing his message there. Let's wait for him and see what he has to say. Okay, guys. The new guys. Who is new? Could you please tap in a message and tell me that you this is your first time? Maybe you don't know anything or you don't understand anything about technical analysis. Who's new? Who's never done any technical analysis? Brendan's asking a question. Secret, does this share specify the trend on all CFDs on the top 40? Well, I mean, in a way it does, but not all of them, because I mean, some shares have greater weighting than others. So it is really like more aligned with, I mean, big names. Like if you look at your Naspas, you look at your MTN, you look at the big names mostly. If you look at them, they are looking good, and this one also is looking healthy. It means that maybe the market is likely maybe to move higher. Okay, okay. Peter is new. Peter is new. Mel Poison. Poison, are you also new? Oh, okay. Guys, who else? Is it just submitted their stuff here? Is there anyone else? Sure. Okay. Okay, guys, please pay attention. Mel and Peter, please pay attention. Okay, just to look at something that's relevant to our current market conditions. Guys, do you have anything that you want to suggest so that we can use it to show Mel and Peter how we do things here and how we understand where the market is going? First thing, Peter and Mel, the first thing that you need to. Okay, no, but I'm talking to guys like Bo Boani, Andre Swanepoel, Gert, Kumbulani, Lindy, who else? Vincent. Witness Chauke, you are using an Android device, my sister. You won't be able to see what I'm showing on my screen. Please use the laptop or the desktop so that you can see what I'm showing. Okay. Lindwe Buhali, you say you want to respond, but you don't see the hand sign to use. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, it's fine. I think we can just look at the top 40 first, the JSE top 40, understand what it's doing, and then from there we're going to move on to other shares. But before I do that, I want to go and check my monthly time frame. Mel and Peter, we have the monthly time frame in front of us. That is the time frame that we look at if we are looking at the chart for the first time. I suggest that you check a chart once a month. The best time to check the chart is at the end of the month, first day or the last day of trading. After the market is closed, you check to see how the month closed. If the month closes above your moving average, this blue line that we have here, we call it the, sorry, not blue, red line, we call it the moving average. If the market closes above that line, it means that the market is positive and the market is likely to go up or likely to go higher. As we can see here, it happened here in early January 2017, and the following month on March we're up again, and the market went up from 45,000 to 55,000. We did touch 55,000 at some point last year. That was in November. We did touch 55,000, so we did more than 10,000 points. If you had just followed this, the market finished and closed. You have to finish and close above your moving average. Finish and close above the moving average and use this area here. You could have made yourself a lot of money. How do we get this moving average? The moving average, we go to right click on your screen, go to indicators, add indicator. We are looking for a moving average. We call it a simple moving average. So it should be under moving averages. So simple moving averages here, SMA. You go okay. Here the period or the value that you use is here. We want this value to be 10. You just add a 0 and it becomes a 10. It's a 10, and that's what we use when the market is trading like this, trading when the market is trading like this, it shows that it's in an uptrend, or it's an uptrending market. So you can look for opportunities to go long in this market. You can look for opportunities to go long in this market. How do you look for those opportunities? You change your time frame from your monthly. Once you've seen what's showing on the monthly, the next thing to do is to move on to your daily time frame. Right now, we are on a daily time frame. The daily time frame is what we are now. We use the daily time frame to time our entries now. This market had been going down. It turned, and on the 14th, or on the 14th of Feb, it closed above the moving average, and the following day it gapped higher. It moved higher. So right now it's been consolidating. It's been moving sideways. We're going to add a third time frame here. We're going to add a third time frame. It's we see is we are trading above the moving average on the daily, but we are not really supported by any behind us currently. There is no momentum. Okay, now let's go to 1 hourly time frame. Take your 1 hourly time frame. I'll show you what you need to look at here. You need to look at the same sort of setup. If the market closed up your moving average, like here, it went below here. The next day it went up. You're supposed to go and buy, and it went up. And here, it went below. When it does this, when it goes, when the market goes, or the chart goes below your hourly time frame, that is a sign, or there is an early warning to you that the momentum is beginning to decline. The momentum is declining. People are not buying the stock. They are selling the stock. They are either taking profits, or they are just selling the stock that is not doing well. Like here, we went down at well, I mean, this was between 10 and 11. We closed below the moving average, and the price remained below the moving average for the whole trading session. And today, the first hour of trading on the top 40 at 10, we closed negatively. We are still below the moving average. So if you are an aggressive guy who wants to take short-term trades, you could have maybe gone in here and taken a short, because I mean the first hour of trading here was negative and it's below your 10-day moving average. You could have taken a short there, but that is for people who have been in the market for quite some time, who can come in and out of the market, who can scalp the market. For those of you that are still new, I think it's important that we remain conservative. We do not try to run before we can crawl. I'm just saying that for those that have been trading quite some time, they could have actually used this point to sell this market a bit at these levels. Sorry guys, is there anyone who has a question? Anyone with a question? Peter, Mel, please ask as many questions as you like. Brendan, you're saying, so if the market is trading below the moving average line, is it likely to continue this downtrend? Okay, it depends on a number of things, Brendan. It depends on the time frame. If the time frame is bigger, like it's a longer time frame, like a monthly time frame, and the price is trading below its 10 monthly moving average, it's very likely that it's going to continue trading in a downward trend. But I mean, if it's an hourly chart is not really that big. It's quite small. But I mean, it plays a very big role in the momentum of the market, because I mean, if the market is trading below the moving average, I will show you another. That stock is Sanlam. If it's trading below the moving average, it shows that that share is under some profit, maybe taking pressure, or people at that moment they're just selling that particular stock. So you want to see maybe the price breaking above your moving average first, maybe on the hourly, before you can go in and buy that particular share or that particular instrument. On a daily also, if the daily is saying that sell, because the price has just closed below its moving average, and the monthly is still saying buy, if you're an aggressive guy, you can go in and sell that market, but you must understand that the main trend is up, because I mean, smaller time frames respect longer time frames. They respect them. So even if the stock does come off a bit, it will never last. At some point, it's going to pick up and start going up. If you are caught on the wrong side of the market, you are going to pay the price, because I mean, you are going against the main trend. I don't know if that answers your question, Brendan. Okay, Buani, let me have a look at yours here, brother. When moving from the time frame, aren't you supposed to go to daily? Well, I mean, that's what you do, Buani. This is exactly what we did here. We went from the monthly time frame and we went on to the daily time frame to check what's going on. But I said there is another third layer that you can add in your analysis. That third layer is your hourly time frame. If you want to check exactly how the momentum is looking, you can do that. Let me give you an example. I mean, of okay, this is Sanlam. We did touch on it a bit on, I think it was on Friday or Thursday. I don't know. You guys are going to remind me. I cannot remember exactly when that was, but I got a call from a client. The client said, let's look at the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame is looking positive. The monthly time frame is looking positive. The daily time frame is looking positive. The price is trading above the moving average. But the stock is not going out. It's not. Friday, it was down 1.14%. Today, well, I mean, so far it's down 0.95%. It's down almost a percent so far. So if you had used just these two, the monthly and the daily, you are going to be losing a bit of money here. You'd be losing around 2% on this stock Sanlam. But let's go now to the hourly time frame to check what is going on there. Hourly time frame here, the first hour of trading on Friday was negative. It was below the moving average. It was below the moving average. And the client that I spoke to, I said to her, I do not think that it's a good thing to go in and trade Sanlam at that particular point in time. When she called in, I said, maybe wait for your moving average or the price to cross above the moving average, taking a trade here. I agree with you, the market is going up, but currently it looks like the stock is under a bit of pressure. That's what we said, because I mean, we're looking at the moving average on the hourly time frame. Well, around between 1 and 2 o'clock, we had a positive close above our moving average, and I dropped her, well, I mean, I shoot her an email to her. I shot her an email. I said to her, you know, this is looking positive. I think maybe it's good that you go in and buy it because of the close that we've just had now. But I was wrong, because I mean, the following hour was negative. We went below our moving average once more, and the price just kept trading below the moving average. Towards the end of the day, well, I mean, we had close above the moving average. But check what happened today. The first hour of trading today, when the market opened, it tried to push up, but we were below the moving average. Following our negative, and currently I mean, in this hour between 12 and 12 and 1, so far we're down 0.8%. We are down 0.8%. So that means that there is a lot of pressure on Sanlam at the moment, or there isn't any buying interest happening at the moment. We just need to for that interest to be triggered. Once it's triggered, we can go in and buy Sanlam. So the hourly chart is just to make sure that you time your momentum correctly, that you do not you do not stay in a stock that is under pressure, that is not moving anywhere. Did I explain myself well for you there, Buani? Do you understand the logic behind the whole thing? Why you need to look at your hourly time frame sometimes, that when you go into a trade, you do not go into a trade that is going to be seesawing for no reason and wasting time and money while you are sitting on that trade. Okay, Brendan, you're saying, okay, cool. So looking at this current trend, it would be correct to say that this downtrend will continue for substantial. Well, which trend are you referring to, Brendan? Are you talking about the current time frame that I have on the screen? Because I mean, the current time frame that I have on the screen is 1 hour. This is an hourly time frame, which is not really that big. We are taking our no, on Sanlam is up. Let's go back. Let me show you. You see here, this is where our moving average is. This is where our moving average is, and the price is trading higher. It's above our moving average on a monthly time frame. Let's go to the daily now. The moving average is below the price, and the price is higher, and the price is moving higher. So it means this market is going up, but this is just a a healthy pullback. The market is pulling back a bit because I mean, if you look at it, let's try this. If you look at this line that I've just drawn here on Sanlam, I think we have support. You have our support around 93. I can't go back to that webinar that we did on Friday or Thursday, but I mean, if you can go to our website QuickTrade.co.za, you can see that same email. Same webinar session that we had on Friday. The stuff that I set up. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I mean, we have our support around 93. There's a good chance that we could go down and hit 93 before we see some serious reversal. And what I need to check there is that I do not want to see any hourly close or below this line here, below 92, 91, or 93. If we get that, that could mean that the market is in serious trouble. But I mean, right now it's looking good. But I mean, that line is very important. You can mark it on your charts also. 93 or 92, 91. It's very important. If we see an hourly close below that line, that could mean that the market is now changing and getting under pressure. Buani, it seems that you jumped daily time frame when you analyzed the previous stock. No, I did not do that. I think you're talking about the top 40 there. I did not do that. I did like the top 40. The top 40 is looking positive. I said on the 14th, if I remember correctly. On the 14th, we had a positive close above our moving average, which was a positive sign. Which was a positive sign, and it was an early signal that the market was going to move higher. So we did actually touch on it. Brendan, okay, it's moving up daily, but currently moving down hourly. Yes, 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 Brendan. That's the main thing that you need to understand. If your monthly is saying the stock is moving up, I mean, for the stock to be moving up, it has to be trading above its 10-month moving average, the simple moving average. The video is 10. It has to be trading above that, and your daily also has to be trading above its 10-day simple moving average, and your hourly, if you want to confirm it, your hourly has to be trending above its 10 hourly move 10 hourly time frame. You have to have a close on the hourly time frame above your moving average. You need to have that. Then that way you are going to get a setup that is not going to waste your time and keep eating up your money on swaps. You want a trade that's going to hit the target almost instantly. Okay, Mel and Peter, may I please ask you guys questions? Do you understand what you've just done now? Do you guys understand? Peter, you're saying that maybe you need some training before coming back. I do not understand what you mean by that. Okay. Oh, okay. I understand, but I mean, I understand what you're saying, Peter. But it's very easy. Don't worry. If it's your first time, you'll get used to all these terms and how we look at this. I think maybe you should come join us again tomorrow. You'll understand. Otherwise, I can just write maybe 1 or 2 lines here explaining what I am saying here. I see that a couple of guys are writing some messages there. I just want to check. Yes, yes, Arun. Thank you so much, man. It's definitely gonna take some time. I mean, he won't catch it on his first session. It's going to take a bit of time before he really gets to understand how the whole thing gels together. Peter, okay, you're saying that I have already lost too much money simply by using trade ideas. Sorry, I cannot be back tomorrow. Oh, okay, Peter. I'm so sorry, man, that you've lost a bit of that you've lost some money using the daily trade ideas. But the main reason why we have this online session or these sessions is to make sure that you avoid that. We want you to be able to make your own independent I want you to be able to make your own independent judgments when it comes to picking the trades that we send out your way. You must be able to have a look at it and say, I like this one, I don't like this one. So yeah, it doesn't mean that you must take everything. Yes, Peter, no, don't worry, you will get training. At some point, you definitely do well. You're going to do well at some point, don't worry. Let's take it one day at a time. Okay, on Friday we looked at Sasol, I think, and it was a trade idea that was sent out on Friday. Let's have a look at it and see how it's doing. Can you, okay, the TP currently looking at Sasol. Okay, it's fine. Let's have a look at Sasol and I will tell you. We should use support and resistance levels to determine where we're going to take our profits. But I mean, there is one thing that you mustn't forget though. It is important that you get your risk and reward ratio. Balanced. You must make sure that you not risk more than you are willing to make. You must make sure that maybe for every 1 rand that you are willing to risk or put down, when you make money, you are going to make at least 2 or 3 times. As long as you are doing it that way, you are going to do very well. But I mean, support and resistance levels are key when it comes to pointing out where your key reversal or key take profit areas should be. Okay, let's look at the weekly chart first. We want to try and draw support and levels on the weekly. Let's see if we're going to get anything here. I wish I could ask you guys to help me with the with the resistance levels here, support and resistance levels, because I mean I want you to do this on your own without any assistance. The price is trying to move higher. The price of Sasol is trying to move higher. So at this turning point here, I've drawn a horizontal line. That point is 414.05. And there is another turning point here, another turning point here. This is around 410. They are around 410. And now no, let's do this. Let's go to our daily time frame. I want to see how the whole thing looks on the daily time frame. Okay, on the daily time frame, you see that these lines on the daily time frame are also like relevant. Uh, the market went up. We looked at this on Friday. The market went up here on the 15th. It hit that resistance around 410, and the price went down. And this morning, when we closed the market, we had a high of 4857, and sellers came in and started pushing the price down. Although our moving average is saying that it's now below the price, but I mean, I did highlight this to you on Friday or Thursday. I said what's worrying me here is the moving average. It hasn't even flattened out, it's still pointing down, although we are trading above the moving average, but I don't like how it looks. It needs to sort of like flatten out a bit, maybe tend to pick up a bit, right? Do not see any sign of that happening here. So the next thing what we can do here maybe is to go to our hourly chart to check what the hourly chart is saying. The moving average is saying that we are in a rising market, but let's check what the hourly is saying here. Okay, this is our minor support here around, we said 398, 400 levels. That's where we have our minor support, support there. Okay, if like right now, if you look at this, it looks like going to close below our moving average at one. If that does happen, there's a good chance that we could see the stock coming back down to 398, 399, 400 levels. There's a good chance that we're going to see that happen. When it comes down here, I don't know whether the price is gonna uh, bounce and start moving higher from 399, 400 level. I don't know what will happen. It looks like every there are people willing to push the stock higher. This started on the 15th, so the price has been moving up. So I definitely believe that the price of Sasol is going to move up. It's busy consolidating there for a bit, but I mean soon I think we should have like some serious breakout happening on this stock. Let's try and look for the areas where we can take our profits. Yes, one, you're right there, my brother. It is consolidating or it's trading sideways. Okay, okay. Well, we first need to clear two levels. We need to clear 410, and the next level that we need to clear is 414. If we can trade above those levels at the end, or if we can close above those levels, maybe at the end of our trading session today, 410, we are definitely going to move higher. We said that the first maybe area where we can look at maybe for first take profits is around 4. If we take out 431, I think next area is going to be 440, 445, and 460, 459. Those are the levels I'm looking at. I'm looking at 430, 440, and 460 or 459. Those are the levels that I'm looking at. What did you have? Gert, is there anything specific that you have that you'd like to share with me with regards to SASO and current resistance levels that we have? Yeah, sideways movement. Yes, the US is closed today. I think the holiday is called President's Holiday. I think that's what it's called. So there's going to be very little movement in the market today because people want to know what the US market is going to do when they come back tomorrow. Plus, in China, it's still there. I think the lunar is the beginning of the year in China. So some of those guys are still in holiday. So that is one of the reasons why our market is not really doing that great at the moment. But I'm sure that when these guys come back, we will see some good uptick in the market as long as it is holding these levels where it's trading right now. I think we're going to do very well. But I mean, in terms of movements, movements are very small. They are very small. They are not really that big. Okay. What else can we look at? Let's have a look at the rand against the US dollar. We'll start here for the benefit of those that are in for the first time. Okay, let's start here in June 2016. Well, I mean, it was the second time that the price closed below the moving average. Here in April, it closed below the moving average. The following month, positive. But I mean, the main thing to point out here is the fact that when the price closed below the moving average, look at the moving average. The moving average was pointing up, which is what I said about Sasol. When the price is closing below the moving average or above the moving average has to confirm that. Like here, the moving average is pointing up and the price is closing below. That is why we had this month positive. Check this one here in June. In June, it closed below the moving average. It was flat. The moving average was flat. It was going sideways. Moving average flat, going sideways, and the following month after that, it went lower. Again, here you see our moving average. We closed below our moving average here in December 2017. This was showing the rand strength against the US dollar. We closed below the moving average, and look at your moving average. It's pointing down. It's showing that it is starting to drop. In January we were down. Well, I mean, the rand was up 4.18%, and month to date the rand is up almost against the US dollar. So it makes sense to look for long trades where you are buying the US dollar instead of selling the rands and buying the US dollar. Let's now have a look at the monthly, the weekly. Okay, Renir, I'll come back to you on that good route for 1 hour chart. I'll come to you on that one. You see here, every time you see your price crossing below your moving average here, when you've got that sell signal or buy signal on the monthly, you just go in, you buy the rand, you sell the US dollar. Buy the rand, sell the US dollar. It went up, it went below here, you buy the rand, sell the US dollar. Buy the rand, sell the US dollar. Buy the rand, sell the US dollar here on the 15th of July. Here it tried to go up, but you see the moving average was pointing down. The buyers of the South African rand, they came in and they bought the rand and they sold the US dollar. So right now, the market is just seesawing here a bit. It's going against the trend. It doesn't mean that you should go in and buy this market. You must just wait and do nothing. Now let's look. There's something happening here. There's something happening here on the rand. You can check this. I think if we close, you see this current bar that we have on the rand right now. We have right now on the rand, and the time is 12:45. In the next 15 minutes, if we close below this moving average here, I think the rand is going to strengthen even more against the US dollar. I think the levels that we're going down to 1156, 1156. That's where we are going from 1160 down to 1156. That's just a huge change in currencies. Another thing that I want us to touch on is the horizontal resistance that we have here. We have some serious horizontal resistance 1167. That is the level that we are looking at. Every time the price gets to 1167, 1168, sellers step in and push the price lower. So if we close like this within the next 15 minutes, there's a good chance that the rand is going to go down towards 1156 or even lower. It looks like that's what we are going to get. If you want to go in maybe and trade, I'm not saying that go in and trade the rand. The rand is very volatile. Sometimes it can take all your money. So it's either maybe you entered using this horizontal resistance that we have here at the top 1167. If you went in maybe around 1167, you are now waiting for 1155. 1155, 1156. I think that's what we are going to get on the rand in the next couple of trading hours. Okay, Renier, you're saying that is this a good rule for 1 hour charts? Yes, it is a good rule because I mean you are trying to locate momentum, you're trying to see where momentum lies. If the price is trading below the hourly moving average and you want to go long, you must be very careful because I mean the stock could spend a couple of days trading below the moving average before really picking up and moving higher. So it is very important. You must always make sure that you use it. It will help you. Okay, anything that you'd like to ask with regards to the stuff that we've looked at so far, or is there any other share that you want us to maybe check out? Oh, okay. No questions, guys. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. Trading forex and pot trader, guys, is very easy. You double click on a chart and you get this window. My system here is admin only. I cannot place any trades, but I mean you go to your order entry and you buy the currency that you want to trade. Another thing that maybe you must do every time when you get a trade idea. Every time when you get the trade idea, please try and listen to the video that is attached to that trade idea so that you can understand exactly the logic behind that trade. Like this morning, we sent out the Euro US dollar. We think that the US dollar around current levels, there is a good bank interest brewing in there. We could see a little bit of a bounce on it because when you check our big time frames like your monthly, your daily, they are looking positive. The next thing that we're waiting for now, we're waiting for the hourly chart to break above the moving average, and then we pick up like right now. You see, there is this up trending line here. There's this up trending line here that I drew from the beginning of. Well, it wasn't really the beginning. It was around the 9th Feb, and it's been going up. This line has been tested 1, 2. This is the third time. Let's happens in the next 10 minutes. If in the next 10 minutes we close above our moving average here on the daily time frame, I think we're really going to pick up and see this currency pair trading higher. So if you do not know how to how to trade your currency pairs. This is what you do. Go to your account, you click on account. At the top here, click on account, go to margin analyzer. Once you're on margin analyzer, you go to, there's a plus sign here in the middle of your screen here. Oh, okay, Arun, you're saying that the view is okay, but I mean on the video that we attached to the trade idea, we always state the minimum quantity that you can take. But I mean now let's just look at the margin analyzer. Let's say maybe you want to do the euro. Let's go get the euro there. Euro US dollar mini. You see here it shows quantity. Here it shows quantity. At the bottom here it shows you initial margin. That is the margin required. That is the margin required. The margin required is 144. If you want to, if you click on quantity, if you want to make it maybe a 4, your initial margin there is going to be 577. It's going to be 570. Obviously, you need to try and use the risk calculator, but I mean, you can even do it just by looking at that number. Let's say maybe the trade that you are doing is going to make you 2 times your initial. Well, I mean, it depends. Sorry. I mean, this is not the right way to do it. Let's say you look at your risk or at your stop loss. You see how much you're going to lose. Maybe your risk is saying that you're going to lose 250. If you are going to lose 250, make sure that your profit is going to be around 500 or more. If your profit is around 500 or more, it's fine. You can go in and take that trade. But you must use your stop loss together with your initial margin here. If you don't know how many you're going to take, just come here, do your quantities here. Those quantities should give you an idea as to how many shares you should buy. I don't know if this is helping, guys. I don't know, but okay, Kumbulani, there's no manual to calculate the risk, but we have the risk calculator that we have. I don't know if you've got one, but I mean we've got it. That's what we use to work out our risk. Like this trade that we have here, I don't know if any of you did this trade, but I think the euro US dollar is going to do well. I think it's going to go up. It's going to move higher at some point. I think I like it set up. I don't know if you guys did it. You know what, Buani, I'll be very honest with you. I use it mostly on 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 stocks. I haven't used it on forex myself. The best way that I do for me is just to do the manual calculation that if my risk is 50 and my take profit is maybe 500 rands, I can actually go in and take the trade because I mean the risk reward is well balanced. That's what I use basically. I haven't really taken time out to learn how to use it on forex, but I think maybe that's my next assignment because I mean this is not the first time this thing is coming up during a webinar session. I will actually go to the guys and find out exactly how this one works on forex, and if they explain it to me and show me how it's done, we can even do it here in the trading in the webinar trading session where we can check how it's done together. I don't know, are you guys happy with that? I want to go and do that. It's my assignment. You must ask me tomorrow, I will do it. Ask me tomorrow, I will do it. I don't know. Do you have any more questions? Do you want us to wait for the euro to close above the moving average at 1? Lucky Muleleki, I'm sorry, my brother, you couldn't see what I'm showing on my screen because you're using an Android device. Next time, please use your laptop or your desktop. Raymond AH Singh also has a problem here because I mean, you can't see what I'm showing on my screen. But I think Raymond had a laptop last week. He had a laptop last week. Guys, if you don't have any further questions, I don't know if we can call it a day, like right now, or maybe carry on if you don't have any more questions and you are happy with what we've covered so far. Maybe we can just call it a day. But I mean, the problem that I have is that the US market is closed, so you don't want to commit a lot of money into the market, and the Chinese markets are also closed. So yeah, I'm waiting for those markets to open so that we can get a clear view of where this market is really moving. Over the next couple of days, I expect to see some proper buying interest coming back into this market. Kharti, you're welcome, my brother. Buani, cheers, big guy. Let's meet again soon. Guys, the most important thing is to stick to the process. Don't worry about all these other gimmicks that are there in your trading platforms. They mean nothing. The main thing is the process. You stick to the process and you repeat it. You tweak it each time. You see that it's not working. That is the only way that you can actually do well in the market, by following a strict process. Do not worry about the money. Worry about the process. Guys, thank you so much. Rainier is saying most of the times the videos say that 2000 is the minimum trade, but it also works with 1000. Yeah, that is true, but I think it's okay if you just stick to the 2000 that you get on video. Just stick to that 2000. Guys, thank you so much. Mm, let's meet again tomorrow. Mel, I see that you are busy typing a message. I understand that it was your first time, Mel, and I don't expect you to understand everything on your first day. But over the next couple of you are definitely going to understand, and you will be able to challenge each and every trade idea that we send out, because I mean that's very important that you challenge all the trade ideas that we send out, so that we remain on our toes and we do not sleep and drop the ball. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Let's meet again tomorrow.